Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Joe, of course. My curls are in full effect today, and I look tired. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm here to talk about how, even though we're still at home during this time, you guys can still go on college visits. There's a surprising amount of universities and websites out there that have virtual walking tours of college campuses. So right now what we're looking at is Villanova University's virtual tour. Since we were supposed to visit them this semester, I thought it would be nice to take a look at campus virtually. So it's totally still within your wheelhouse to look into colleges that you might want to go to, especially if you're my juniors and especially if you're my juniors. If you're my seniors at this point, you kind of know where you're going. But juniors, sophomores, and even freshmen, you can still go online and tour campus, see what it looks like. I mean, right off the bat, you look at Villanova and there's a lot of trees, but actually, I don't think there's actually that many trees on Villanova's campus. I think they're just blocking out all the other buildings. Anyway, they have a lot of trees on campus at least. So all that is to say, it's still possible to do some research and look at colleges, even virtually, tour them online. So let's look at a couple features that a virtual tour might entail. I'm gonna make my big ol' head smaller. There we go. Hello, small head. And we're just gonna look around. So you can, in a virtual tour, look at the entire campus. This is a university that both Miss Amy and I are familiar with because we both went here for grad school. To the right in this direction is Philadelphia. To the left in this direction is King of Prussia. So Villanova is sort of between those main cities. If you drag your mouse over buildings, it'll tell you each building, even parking lots and garages. And if you click on one, let's click on Villanova Stadium. It'll give you a bunch of information about the stadium, what they use it for, obviously for football, some information. But more than that, it also links you to things about the stadium, such as the athletics program, Nova Nation, which is sort of the spirit party arm of Villanova. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of information for you to click at. Let's see what this does. It doesn't do anything. Great. Okay. So let's go down here, down to the bottom left where it says walking tour. Now, some universities might not have this, but it looks like Villanova does. They have videos and stops, a video for each stop in this walking tour. So you can just kind of go down one by one, and it looks like they kind of pick out the most important parts of the university where they might have taken us on campus in person. And kind of gives a video explaining each of those. So there's a welcome, there's Austin Hall, which is the home of undergraduate admissions, where we probably would have started our day off. And let's see what they say about it.
Austin Hall is home to the Office of University Admission. It also serves as a residence hall, mostly for sophomore students. Throughout the year, approximately 60,000 prospective students and their families begin their campus visit here.
Wow.
Visitors are greeted and are shown around campus by student members of the Villanova Blue Tea Society, like me.
Like me. Like me.
This walking tour mimics the stops you'd make on a campus tour.
Beautiful. There we go. Just as I suspected. Mr. Joe's so smart. Wow. So yeah, this will have a bunch of stops of their typical walking tour. They have their Center for Engineering Education and Research, College of Engineering, all that stuff. So that's a nice little walking tour. Another thing I want to point out, let's zoom back out. If you see on the bottom right, there's a little zoom bar. There's this button down on the bottom left called Layers, where you can see all academic buildings in red. You can see visitor hotspots. such as their St. Thomas of Villanova Church, very popular and visually centric of the campus. Student residences and food places. So that is pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Up top, they have locations, tours, request info. So locations, if you know of a certain building that you want to go take a look at, or if one sounds really interesting, like the Grotto. I have no idea what that is. The Grotto. Very cool. It's a small amphitheater and a peaceful place for prayer and reflection in main campus. And I actually remember sitting here reading one day. Awesome. Let's see. They also have different types of tours. So we already looked at the video walking tour. There's an aerial campus tour where it's just a video, but they have an aerial shot of buildings, and they'll take you through what those are in a tour-like fashion. Tropical video tours. That sounds exciting. I'm not sure what these are, but academic excellence. So just like another fun video about all of the academics that happen at Villanova. Let's see. And let's not forget that they also have buttons like request info, apply now, schedule a visit, contact us if you want to actually go ahead and contact them for whatever reason after all this is over with the pandemic and we can go out in the world. Those are what those buttons are for. Let's do search and let's see how that works. So I want to search for, in college, I majored in chemistry. So let's type in chemistry and see what pops up. So what pops up is a student who's a chemistry major who wants to talk about the major. It also points us to the Mendel Science Center, which looks like where most of like the science labs and classes happen. Prospective science student, so that might be really good for you to click on if you're interested in science. Let's see where that takes us. Well, it doesn't take us anywhere. So you're going to, when you're going on these virtual tours, notice that sometimes there are a hiccup there now and there with their links. But let's click on the Mendel Science Center instead. As you'll see, they'll tell us what's in the building and in the tour. So they have a bunch of links and information about the Science Center. Let's see, what about how are their internships? So here they'll talk about their internships. It looks like they also have videos of students.
Mendel has become my second home almost. Some of my closest friends I've met in Mendel, as well as some of the lasting relationships I made with my professors.
There we go. So they also have videos of students talking about what their experience on campus is like. So I don't know. It looks like there's a lot that you can do on this virtual tour. It looks like you can really dive deep in every building. For my juniors who are interested in applying to Villanova, I think the first thing you might want to look at is admissions. Austin Hall, Office of Undergraduate Admission.
Welcome to Austin Hall, home to the Office of University
Beautiful.
Admission.
Although I can't see the video.
As a prospective student,
I felt. There we go. So information that way. So there we go. I'm not sure if there's anything else left to show you. Just that there is information still out there. You can still see what the campus is like, even though we can't actually be there and experience it firsthand. You can still look into what colleges can offer, what they might look like, what buildings they have, hear some student testimonials, learn about their majors, do a little walking tour, maybe even doing a little aerial campus tour, and all that stuff. So I hope this helped. Ooh, where am I? There I am. In the description box below, I'm going to be giving you guys a link to a bunch of virtual tours of a bunch of different colleges. So it's going to be a Google Doc link. It's going to take you right there, and it's going to be a spreadsheet of schools and the links to go to their virtual tours. Okay, so I would like to see everyone at least do one virtual tour as a quick assignment, and comment below on which university or college that you toured, and 2 things that you learned from that tour. That's what I would like for this video. Okay, so that is Mr. Joe talking about virtual college tours, and I miss you guys, and I hope that you enjoy this video. Bye! Bye!